Thinking of buying a used Nintendo Switch, but before you make that deal, there are some important things you need to check, and in this video, I'll walk you through the most commonly missed problems, whether it's hardware flaws, hidden software issues, or shady seller tactics. Plus, I'll share some smart tips to help you avoid getting scammed. So let's get started. For number one, you can test the Joy-Con condition and drift. First of all, when you get a Nintendo Switch, you should try to pull it up from the behind, like you'll see these buttons over here. If you press on these buttons, the Joy-Cons should slide up. Now you can check if the railer on the Joy-Con and the inside rail of a Nintendo Switch is properly working or not, and slide them up and slide them down like this to check if your Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons are adjusting properly. Do the very same thing for the other Joy-Con as well. Slide it up and then slide it down to check. So once you have made sure of this, that does the first part. Now we're going to check if our buttons work properly or not. So if you want to do that, Nintendo Switch officially allows you to do it by going to your system settings. So once you're on the home screen of a Nintendo Switch, it will be something like this. And on the Nintendo Switch home screen, you need to go to the system settings by using the controllers. So just go here, or you can even use the touch panel by tapping on it. And then you need to scroll down to controllers and sensors. In this setting, if you scroll down on the right side, you should find some options like calibrate control sticks. If you tilt your controller to the very position like something like this, it will start calibrating and you should be able to find any stick drift that is available. In this calibration page, all kinds of stick drift will show up. So if you see any stick drift, then it will show up right away. Now remember, stick drift is not a deal breaker. Even though it is a problem, it still does not make it and the Nintendo Switch useless. You can still play with it, but you can also make sure to decrease the price. So you can just go on a bargain and ask the guy you're buying it from to lower the price. So once you have made sure of this, just go back again and go to calibrate motion controls. You can check for calibrate console. Follow the test prompts here to calibrate your motion controls, and then you can calibrate your controllers by pressing on these buttons over here. So just press on the minus or plus to calibrate your motion controls of each of the Joy-Cons to check if they work properly. So just follow all the prompts here. After that, you can just go back and scroll down a bit and find this option called Test Input Devices. Tap on Test Input Devices and it will show you Test Controller buttons. Tap on Test Controller buttons, and here if you just press on all your buttons, it will show up on the screen with an input. So make sure to press all your buttons and check for all the inputs and see if they show up or not. If one or two buttons don't show up, then that can cause a problem. But remember, the home button and the screenshot button like this one does not show up even if you press on it. So it will not show up, but it will sure capture a screen. So if you press on it and you see something like this, that means the screen capture button also works. Anyway, make sure to press all your buttons to check if the controllers are working or not. And then you can just press on the home button to get out from here, but let's skip for that. Let's just end the test. And then we're going to test our touch screen. You play many games with a touch screen, so you need to make sure that your touch screen is working fine. So just open it up and touch and drag your fingers like this to check if there are any issues with the touch screen. So just drag your fingers and all over the screen and see if there is any issue with the touch screen. If you don't find any issues, then it's all good. But if you do find some problem, then you can also bargain for another pricing and make sure the price is lower than before. Anyway, after this, you can go back, and that does it for our testing option. So that's how you can test your Nintendo Switch buttons and controllers with the manual settings. Now, after that is done, let's move on to the next thing. So for number two, we will be checking the battery and charging port health. So after years of use, the battery capacity typically drops to 20 to 30% of a Nintendo Switch. You should confirm this original purchase date of a Nintendo Switch before buying. Also, once you have tried to buy this thing, make sure to charge it for about 10 minutes. So before buying this, make sure to charge it for 10 minutes and see if it charges properly. If it does not charge properly, that could be a deal breaker. So make sure to charge it properly and see if that works out or not. So after that is done, we can try for the number three, which will be console software and online access. Now this is the important part. If the user is selling you a jailbroken Switch, it will not be able to access the eShop. So make sure to log in to the console. Use your Nintendo Switch account to log in or make one, and after this try to enter the Nintendo eShop. So enter the eShop and select your profile. After that, wait for it to set up and see if you can access the Nintendo eShop. If you cannot access the Nintendo eShop, that can be a deal breaker, because without the Nintendo eShop, you will not be able to play any online games like Fortnite or anything else. As you can see, I'm able to enter the Nintendo eShop, so it's working for me. But if it does not work out for you, then that means your Switch is jailbroken. so you'll not be able to play any online games on it. For the next thing, you can check for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So you will be needing Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for your Nintendo Switch. So if you go to the settings again, and in the settings, if you scroll down, you will find the Bluetooth audio option, and you can check on pair device to try pairing your AirPods or any other device to see if the Bluetooth works or not. And then you can go down and go to internet and tap on internet settings. Now here, make sure to try to connect to an internet network and see if the Wi-Fi works properly or not. If the Wi-Fi doesn't work properly, then that can be a deal breaker as well, because your Nintendo Switch always needs a proper Wi-Fi connection to play. So make sure to connect with the Wi-Fi network and check before buying the Nintendo Switch. Now for the last thing, you should try docking. Now there is a dock available for Nintendo Switch, and the docks look something like this, and you basically use the Nintendo Switch docks to play on television mode. So get your Nintendo Switch dock at hand, basically the one you're buying with your Nintendo Switch, and try to dock the Switch. Unlock your Nintendo Switch like this, and once the Switch is unlocked, try to slide it in like this and make sure it sticks in. Once the Nintendo Switch gets sticked, then you have to go behind it and open this lid over here. Once you open this lid, you will find the AC adapter section, the USB section, and the HDMI section. First of all, what you need to do is get an official Nintendo Switch adapter, like the power cable over here, and get this, and make sure to put it on an outlet, and then plug it in. So plug it in the AC adapter box, and then use an HDMI cable to plug the HDMI out section over here. So once you plug these two in, just close the box lid over here, and after this, simply connect your Nintendo Switch to a TV and see if that works out for you or not. If the Nintendo Switch does not show up in the dock mode, then that can be a deal breaker as well. But aside from that, it still can be useful. And guys, by running these short experiments and inspection, you'll avoid a nasty surprise and ensure that your Nintendo Switch is genuinely worth your money. I truly hope this video helped you make a great deal, and if you liked it, then drop a like here as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more future Nintendo Switch videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.